Joining me is Tina Dupuy. She's a journalist and host of the Young Turks spin-off TYT Now. We also met at Minneapolis, the Netroots Nation conference. What did you think about the conference, Tina?
That was interesting. I mean, I was covering in both conferences, both Ride Online and Nation. So it was jam-packed, let's say.
Yeah, there was no shortage of people to talk to or weird stuff to witness.
Right, or strange happenings surrounding Andrew Breitbart, and Ride Online was pretty weird. But yeah, no, it was fun. You know, Minneapolis is a really cute place, and I had a great time.
So you've been researching, as we have, all of these symbolic votes that the Republican Party has done in the House, and we've seen, just when it comes to health care, we've seen these votes on repealing Obamacare, ruling it unconstitutional countless times. Legally, none of it has stood up. And
Yeah.
it's amazing what you emailed me about is that I hadn't thought of it. The number of symbolic votes compared to actual laws that have originated in the House. Give me the latest numbers.
Well, the laws that have actually originated in the House, now they're a quarter through their 2-year tenure of the 112th Congress. The actual laws that have originated in the House are now 12. If you don't count House joint resolutions, which there have been 2. Of course, the laws only, there's only, 11 of them that don't have Reagan's name on them. So and just to compare that to a normal Congress, who within 2 years normally has, over 300 votes or 300 bills, excuse me, that go to the president's desk. And so they can claim about 300 laws per session. So at this point in the Congress, they should have around 75, give or take, laws that have originated in their chamber. And instead they have 12 and again 11 without Reagan's name on them.
The numbers are incredible, and it's obvious that the Republicans have more interest in taking over the House in these symbolic votes and shows of their political ideals than actually passing laws. But the thing is, if they are to be called out about this, we know what they'll say. They'll say, well, listen, we don't have every vote. We can't just get anything passed. It's the Democrats that are keeping us from really getting things done. How do you even refute that or refudiate it for if you were Sarah Palin? Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is that there have been divided Congresses before. It's really happened. And those divided Congresses, the last one being under Nancy Pelosi, were able to still make laws. They were able to still do things. That what they're doing is actually unprecedented. Because like you were saying, I feel like we keep on talking about these symbolic votes. I call it GOP cocking. But I feel like we have these discussions all the time where it's like, okay, the House passes this, but don't worry, it'll never get to the Senate. And I wrote down 21 totally symbolic votes. And we're talking about, defunding the czars and defunding Planned Parenthood. They've had several writers and amendments to defund Planned Parenthood and, the other boogeymen of the GOP. And they keep on having, then they would have, symbolic votes that I just gave honorable mentions to for light bulbs, where they brought it to the floor only for it to be defeated by their own party in the House. It's in the GOP. It's very bizarre what they've been doing, but it boils down to a lot of wasting taxpayer money.
Right. You would think that the conservative, fiscally responsible thing to do would be. And by the way, I was just in Argentina visiting family. People outside of the U.S. can't believe that these guys get paid $174,000 a year or whatever it is that they're up to at this point.
To be seat fillers.
To be seat fillers, exactly right. It's incredible to many people who have a very different standard of living than what we might be used to here in the U.S.
It's incredible to us. We've never seen this before. This is unprecedented. We've never had a Congress, even the do-nothing Congress of Truman's administration, at least had some kind of meaningful legislation with their name on it. I mean, these people have not done anything. Boehner is an incredibly ineffective speaker. This is just outstanding. But they've been doing what we would call busy work, which to me looks and smells because it is bureaucracy. And so the more that they denounce their government bureaucracy, they are absolute bureaucrats going through the motions and not actually accomplishing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's no surprise that they're doing the exact opposite of what they claim to stand for during campaigns, right? That's not a new thing.
No, no, this is not a new thing, but it's also, their other trick is accusing the other side of doing what they like to do most. So they're accusing the other side of trying to kill Medicare, for example, when, that was something that they actually passed, which was the Ryan budget plan.
Uh-oh, see, now that's bad etiquette, Tina, I have to say. See,
I don't actually know how to turn it off.
Hey, so what's happening on TYT Now this week?
Well, we're going to go over this piece. We thought that it would be perfect to actually read all these pieces of legislation out loud, like they read the Constitution out loud, because as you will recall, one of the highlights of this last 6 months of the 112th Congress was an emergency 1-week bill that would that Representative Cantor came out and said that if the Senate didn't pass it, they would therefore become law.
No, I mean, you have to take back
bad civics.
You have to take back our country, and therefore reading the Constitution out loud is it's a big priority.
Omitting the parts that you don't like, remember.
Conveniently.
So, yeah, but I think what I've tried to do with this piece that's going to be up really soon is to really quantify how truly ineffective these lawmakers are, and how, I mean, this is like they've passed twice as many symbolic votes that they knew that the president would never sign. The president is not going to gut his healthcare reform bill law just because half of one branch of government wants to.
Absolutely, and this goes beyond politics. It's just you have taken over the House, but you're not really doing anything. So we'll definitely check the piece out. Tina Dupuy, host of the Young Turks spinoff TYT Now, and also TinaDupuy.com.
That's correct.
Thanks so much for joining
us.
Talk to you soon.